Greetings and salutations from Fat Man in a Tiny Home. This is your Uncle Larry here. Hey, I thought I'd do a quick video on our Good, Bad, and Ugly, the maiden voyage of Dolly, the last couple of days. It was supposed to run a week. I think we made it 3-4 days. Let's start with driving. Dolly ran like a champ. I was very pleased with her. I was way nervous on the get-go driving something that big. I haven't never drove anything that big, and if I have, it's been a long time ago. And after maneuvering my way through town, getting on the freeway, I'd say within the first 50 miles, I finally released my death grip that I had on the steering wheel and lightened up, relaxed, and not bad. The semi trucks passing me, or me occasionally passing one up, wasn't bad. Not too much sway, not too much weaving along the road. Our first night, Thursday night, nice sunny evening, bit warm. Only one on the sandbar, so that was cool. I did attempt to get the awning down. I never took it down before, and that took me about 15-20 minutes to figure it out, getting it down. Went up a lot easier that evening. And, of course, I took it down again the next day for a little while just to make sure it was up right and done right when we left. We didn't have the steaks that night. We ended up eating some hot dogs. And Donna, my travel mate's dog, loved swimming in the river that night and that day. And he wore himself out. He was just sick because he was so tired and sore. I guess he has arthritis and probably shouldn't have been in that cold water anyway, but he had a wonderful time. That evening sleeping didn't go too bad. Had to go to the restroom a couple times that night, and no, it wasn't bad at all. I would say, fairly good night's sleep. Donna said she slept well. The next day, the rains came, and it was time to travel probably the worst part of the trip, and that's getting over the Cascadia, or not the Cascade, the Pacific Coast Mountain Range, over to 101 on the highway. And it was very treacherous. Pulled over a lot so cars could get around me. And then hit the 101, and boom! A head-on collision in front of us, and we were dead on the road from 12:30 to about 4:15, 4:30 before we got going. And it was pretty bad looking. But I learned something. We were stranded right in front of a casino. And little did I know that my co-pilot, travel companion, Donna, likes casinos. And she wanted so bad to climb out of the motorhome and go to the casino. And she was actually mad at me. But my defense was, I didn't know when this traffic was going to open up. And there was no place for me to pull off if she wasn't in. So she waited it out grumpily, but we took off. We got to Ferndale, rainy. We stayed at my mother-in-law's house, the lady I took care of for 2.5 years. We were able to plug into 20 amp service. That was great. Tried to cook the steaks that night, and right in between cooking it, a downpour. So the steaks and potatoes weren't the best. In fact, I don't think she ate much of hers. I didn't eat much of mine. And we had hot dogs, which was good. Soup and hot dogs. Oh, and she made a nice salad too. Excuse me. The next day, the dog is not doing well. It's a big pit bull boxer mix, probably weighs 60, 70 pounds. So midday, we took off and we went to the town vet there, and they said to get some chicken, rice, bouillon, boil some chicken and rice, and see if we can get him to eat that way. And so we went into town and got what we thought he needed. Came back and we parked, and I noticed something that kind of worried me. When we were parked there overnight, and we did have quite a bit of rain, and we were level, and as I backed out of the driveway, buckets and buckets of water came off that roof onto the windshield, and which tells me there's gotta be a low spot or a droopy spot up there that's collecting the water. So I'll have to address that this summer before I take off again and see what I can do about that. It's a fiberglass roof, but something is puddling up there. We went up to the Bear River Casino rec area to take a shower, and Donna got to go to the casino. She didn't come out very happy, so I'm not sure that she was a winner. And I'm not a casino guy. So the good, bad, and ugly. Let me just run it down real fast. We weren't good traveling companions. We still get along. We both are mature enough to know, hey, we're just not good traveling companions. What I wanted to do is camp and hang out on the riverbank, where she wanted to be in casino parking lots or in nice motorhome parks. Between the dog being sick, our attitudes getting worse. Sunday, I said, let's just go home. Let's not stop in Grants Pass, and I'll stop at a rest stop, halfway there and get a couple hours sleep, in which I did, and drive on home. Another bad thing, a newbie thing probably, was that the rice that she bought, she spilled some down the sink with some of the regular dry dog food. Well, she just washed it down into the gray tank, and when I was there at mother-in-law's house, I did it so my tank flush, I put a cap on it where I could connect a 3/4 inch hose to it, and just to help dump some of the gray water, and got it all ready to go, opened it up, and very little came off. It was plugged. So I'll have to tend with that before the weekend, is unplug that gray tank somehow. I think I know how to do it. And that's about it. It was not a very pleasant trip overall, except I love behind the wheel time. I've always loved driving. I think 3 hours is probably max I ever want to drive in the future. Definitely don't want to do that 10 and a half, 11 hour drive with a 2 hour stop in between. And I lost my train of thought. But I don't even think I'm going to call it my maiden voyage. A newbie dry run is what I'm going to call it. So, and now I know, fat man in a tiny home. I got to tell you, there is no room in a motorhome for two fairly large people and a very large dog. And it was, you're kind of in your spot, and you kind of stay in that spot until the other person decides to stay in their spot for a while. And you leave your toothbrush on the counter or a rag, and the place is a cluttered mess. So constantly got to remember, put things away. Don't even leave dishes out overnight, and just clean them up. Eat early, clean them up, so in the morning you can make your coffee, relax, and hit the road when you feel like it. All right, boys and girls, thank you very much. I did have a good time, though. I mean, it was frustrating, it was nerve-wracking, but for me, all in all, to get out there on the road for the first time, to feel what it's going to be like, was great. I think it was great. And let you know what's going on. Yesterday, I took the laundry out, got the garbage and the food all out, and I'll be doing blankets and laundry probably tomorrow too. But that's all about being a motorhome guy, huh? I guess. All right. Take care. Talk to you all later.